this is a situation in which, of course, we're going to have those feelings and we're going to experience them, and they're normal. So A is to not blame ourselves for experiencing them, because they're normal feelings. And there's another exercise I do with my coaches, which is the 4 levels of engagement. And again, it's another way of going under the iceberg, but it's like the first step is to be with. This is called a disco model, where D is the drama. Drama is the situation as I'm experiencing it right now, and it's like a red feeling, I'm just. So maybe it's the position of, I can't believe this is happening to me again, and this, whose fault is this? This is whatever happened, and to be really in that, and taking the steam out, that's very useful. Being able to be with that, and just offload it. But it's like, often it's not very comfortable. And if you think of a situation where that happened to you, it's not comfortable, it's not very sustainable. Usually our heart beats faster, we're just in discomfort, and we don't feel great. And as a result of that, if we stay there, it's unlikely we're going to be able to really act in any more positive way for ourselves, because we're stuck. And usually we loop that. And that's a position in which we can easily lock ourselves in. The other level is going a little further down, and say, okay, well, this is the situation. I did not get the job. What else can I do? And just deal with the events in the least troublesome way, so that I can move from A to B, and I can get this. So, what is it I can do? Well, there's different things I could do. I could apply for another job, or I could decide I registered for an employment. I could decide, I'm not going to do anything. But here the situation is, at the situation level, is to deal with what's happening, so that it can be over with as fast as possible, and maybe nobody else can notice. Sometimes when there's feelings of guilt, when you mentioned earlier in the call, when we feel guilt, maybe it's like fixing it so that nobody else notices. And maybe it's going to result in hiding myself and not becoming visible anymore. Instead of going to, if we go down at the next level, which is choice. Okay, here's the situation. I lost a job. And I'm moving away from this red area of the drama. Now I'm looking at the facts. I'm taking a step back. I can be like, I can be the spectator of what happened. What is this calling me? Who is this calling me to be? What strengths what strengths do I have I can showcase here? What is it I want to develop? Maybe I want to, what's this, who is this situation calling me to be? What role can I take? Can I be the courageous one? Can I go back and maybe approach the same employer with through a different medium? Or am I the one who is going to, I don't know, prepare a video, a recorded speech to them? Or am I going to find other ways to address them? Or am I going to be the courageous one who says, I'm going to do this differently. I'm making the choice. I know what the situation is. I'm going to approach it from a position of choice. They rejected me, I'm going to accept that. And I decide to look for a job that is going to accept me as I am. Because if that job didn't want me, then maybe it wasn't a job for me. I choose to be in a job where I'm going to be welcome for who I am. Or maybe I want to step out of my comfort zone, and go for something I never tried before. Stepping in the choice is choosing the person I want to be. What is the superhero who would represent who I want to be in this situation? I want to be the own actor of my own life. What is this situation? Who is this situation calling me to be? And then when we choose, something happens where it shifts, and it gives us the opportunity to open up to opportunities. Because maybe there was this other company I had not even thought of who is more welcoming to me. Or maybe when I develop that skill, I become more resilient, and actually is proving very beneficial in my next interview, because I can show my determination and my deep motivation, and then something can happen. When I approach life from a choice perspective, I'm making opportunities available for me. I open a world of possibilities, and what is then calling to happen when I have that opportunity? Who else can if I open up all my wings, what is going to happen? What is the opportunity that's going to emerge? And I'm going to be in that position a lot more. There's a breathing that's different when I'm in that opportunity. When I open up, my breathing is very different. Yes, I got rejected from the job, and I'm going to be with that. And they said, well, actually, maybe uh, there's another area I hadn't thought of that becomes possible. And I'm going to discover something new I wouldn't have if I'd gotten that job in the first place. I'm exploring. I'm like I have the courage to walk through life, and I have skills other people do not have. And I become aware of that. And becoming aware of that gives me such strength that I can now approach this situation with a different perspective. And maybe that's going to help with my stuttering, because I'm taking off the load of my shoulders, letting go what I cannot control and welcoming what I can.